Hello, YG Gooner back again with another reaction video. Yo, real talk, like I'm recording this is Thursday, 2 days after the Bayern Munich game. I didn't touch on it because I was at work. So I've watched the game back after, obviously, and like this is what I would say straight up right away. I was listening to a watch along. I was listening to This Is Football, Hussam and Judge Mo going over both games, and like real talk. When I was listening to their commentary, it made it seem like what was happening was way worse than what it was. Obviously, there's a huge like Arsenal has a very big presence online, so it's a huge um reactions from both sides, and then just I'll just give my 1 minute before I get into this reaction video of how I feel. No, I'm not breaking on the game. How I feel, I just feel that we're at disadvantage. It's 0-0 going into the Allianz, and that's a tough stadium to go to. But I don't know. I wanted us to just get to the quarters, and then when you go to the quarters and you go to the semis and you see the competition and you play the competition, you're just like if we go out, I'm gonna be heartbroken. I can't lie. But this is the thing. Like for me personally, I'm a game to game guy. I'm over it already. On to the next win on Sunday. That's my vibe. You get me? So we're gonna be reacting to HITC Sport Football. As you can already see, I have liked the video. I am subscribed, notification bells. If you watch any YouTube video and you watch them frequently, you gotta do this for the lads, innit? I'm not just saying it because I want you to do it for me, but you gotta do it for the lads. You get me? And so let's get into this, man.
All right, let's take a look at the last 26 players to move clubs for more than 50 million quid and rate how they've done at their new club so far. Virgil van Dijk, 10 out of 10. I'll admit, when Liverpool were forced to fork out a world record £75 million for Virgil van Dijk back in January 2018, I laughed. I assumed it was the biggest joke of the decade. Liverpool buying yet another Southampton player and massively overspending. For Christ's sake, it wasn't too long ago that this lad was stuck in a backline with Charlie Mulgrew, stuck on cramped coaches like Hearts and Aberdeen. But no, 2 Champions League finals, winning 1, turning a once embarrassingly leaky defence that I would have scored on into one of the most solid in Europe. Absolutely incredible signing. Philip Coutinho, 4 out of 10. This one, not so much. Barcelona spent forever trying to entice Philip.
Yo, I forgot about this. Football is so weird, man. Like we live like when you reflect back, like you know how you felt about all of this stuff, but this feels so long ago, man. Jesus, this was like I wouldn't even go as far as say that this was a one.
Coutinho to the club, chalking over 100 million quid in Liverpool's face. And what happens? Liverpool end up winning the Champions League, smashing Barcelona 4-0 along the way. His stats at Barca weren't terrible, 21 goals in 54 games, but lads, it's 18 months later and he's just been squeezed out to Bayern Munich on loan, the lone dumping ground for La Liga rejects. Diego Costa, 5 out of 10. This could have been the perfect marriage. Diego Costa storming out of Chelsea in January 2018 to return to Atletico Madrid in a country he loves so much that he actually traded the opportunity to represent Brazil at the World Cup on home turf to play for Spain. A decision that made a mockery of international football, if I might add. Since returning home, yes, he lifted the Europa League, but lads, this is a man who scored 36 goals in his last season at
like Arsenal fans inside the chat, tell me if you remember when this man like absolutely violated what's the man? Per Mertesacker. Absolutely violated. Got this man sent off with a red from a dive. Like, I hate this man.
Let it go back in 13-14. Since then, he scored 14 goals in 54 games, just 7 in the league. I'm sorry, but for a centre-forward whose game relies on goals, that is poor. Oh yeah, and in typical fashion, he's since been sent off, and oh yeah, given an 8-game ban for abusing a ref. Christ above Diego. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, 9 out of 10. Whatever about Arsenal's pathetic recent form, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is one of the few in that team who should be absolved of blame. Yes, the rest of his teammates might be serving up weekly dose of expired sludge, but at least he's doing his job. He's got 50 goals in 78 games for the club, including 40 league goals in 60 league games. He's lifted the Golden Boot, so did about 3 others, but still, nice achievement. Brilliant £56 million signing from Borussia Dortmund. Aymeric Laporte, 8 out of 10. I'll be honest, initially I thought Man City were wasting their time and resources chucking £57 million at Aymeric Laporte back in January 2018, especially considering they didn't have anywhere to put him.
Hindsight's a thing, yeah. But I won't go as far as saying 8. I know Laporte won like league titles with City, and I'm not trying to discredit him, but the way Pep rotates his centre backs and the injuries as well, I'd maybe go with a 7, not an 8.
Other than chuck him in as a makeshift left back for a few games, this was the alternative to Virgil van Dijk. And yes, while the Dutchman might have been a better signing, he'd also have cost nearly £20 million more. Laporte has emerged as City's best defender, scored a last-day header to settle nerves at Brighton. He's calm, cool and collected, and his injury this season is enough to make City fans want to swallow a bucket of cheese. Fred, 3 out of 10. £52 million for Fred. Back at my day, that was world transfer record sort of money. Now here we are in 2019. Well, it was actually June 2018, and Man United are chucking that at someone called Fred. I'm not sure if there's a competition to see how many useless Freds one country can produce, but Brazil are definitely leading the way. Remember when Man City were supposed to be interested in this guy who was at Shakhtar Donetsk? I'm convinced Pep Guardiola only pretends to like these players.
I remember when Man City used to do this thing where they would be in for someone, and then Manchester United were like, it just seems this way, right? Obviously, they have scouts, they have a list, they have things. It's like, so they'll be in for someone, and Manchester United will be like, yo, City are trying to get them. We have to go in quick. They did this with Ronaldo, with Alexis. Oh my God. I think the only one Manchester United didn't do it to, and they're probably like, oh, we've learned our lesson, let's not do it, is Haaland. I don't think Haaland would have gone there just because of his father and like obviously personal issues, but like that should have been something done right away. But I remember when that used to happen. And they will just wash up the players. It was crazy.
So their City rivals were rushed to snap them up, thus filling their squad with 3 shades of garbage. Fred was supposed to free up Paul Pogba in the centre of the park. He's done nothing except limp around the pitch like Ozzy Osbourne after his vasectomy. Riyad Mahrez, 6 out of 10. £60 million for Riyad Mahrez. Had Liverpool won the league, meaning the Algerian's penalty missed down?
No. Up until now, I haven't like 100% disagreed. But this is a 10 out of 10. Inside the description below, when you get to this point, let me know what your opinion is of Mahrez. I think Mahrez is at least top 5 in Premier League on the right side, like right-sided wingers, like at least top 5. Like, because questionably you don't like Ronaldo's either left or right. Questionable, like it's one of those things where he played both wings. Then you have Salah. Right, Salah is amazing. You get what I'm trying to say? Like off the top of my head, like right-sided wingers in the Premier League, like Riyad Mahrez is up there, man.
If it would have cost City silverware, then yeah, it would have been one of the biggest wastes of money ever. But no, fast forward to May, and Mahrez was putting the finishing touches on the ribbon, slamming home a free kick at Brighton. Listen, Mahrez is a 3rd, maybe even 4th choice winger at City. And for 60 million quid, if he's happy starting 1 and 4, getting 20 minutes off the bench most weeks, and for there to be some games where he doesn't even make the bench, then all power to him. It's amazing what footballers will accept when given 200 grand a week. For 60 million quid, you'd probably expect him to start week in, week out. I'll give him a 6. Cristiano Ronaldo, 9 out of 10. There's a very good chance Cristiano Ronaldo will be the last footballer ever to move for over 100 million euros while it's in their 30s. Actually, the way inflation is going, you're probably going to be spending 9-figure subs on 30-year-old journeyman from Swindon Town. Ronaldo moved to Juventus last year for £88 million.
I know Caicedo's not a journeyman, but
8 million quid more than what he moved for 10 years earlier. What a player. Anyway, he scored 34 goals in 56 games for Juventus, including a hat-trick in Atletico Madrid. Damn good signing. Alisson, 10 out of 10. Incredible. Remember the days when Liverpool couldn't find a half-decent goalie for love nor money? Both Simon Mignolet and Lars Karius should be chucked in a furnace and left to melt for the good of humanity. It seemed a bit odd to spend a world record £66 million on a goalie who Liverpool themselves had just put 7 goals past the previous season. But lads, it's paid off. He's conceded less than 30 goals for Liverpool, lifted both the Champions League and the Super Cup. Insane signing. Jorginho, 8 out of 10. Remember when Jorginho was getting booed by Chelsea fans last season? They're appreciating him now though under Frank Lampard. Since choosing Chelsea over Man City in 2018, swapping Napoli for the Blues for 50 million quid, he's been pretty good, and hey, already doubled last season's goal tally this year. If he scores just 1 more goal, it'll be his best goal scoring season in over 5 years. Thomas Lemar, 7 out of 10. If there's any just...
This is why I end the video. If you want to continue watching the video, just go to HITC Sport. I'm gonna leave their at inside the description. I can't lie, I don't disagree with a lot of those. The only one I disagree with was the Riyad Mahrez one, but obviously maybe I have a little bit more hindsight in the situation. Obviously this was 4 years ago, but yeah, man, like lovely insight. And the only thing I'll say, to my Gooners, Sunday, let us bounce back Sunday and come back on Wednesday. You get me? Anyone still feeling upset and heartbroken about that match, just remember, we're in a title race. We're in the Champions League. You got to take everything game by game. That's what you want the lads to do. So as supporters, we got to do that too. But who am I to tell you how to support your club? This is YEG Gooner. Thank you so much. Peace.